Hi, I'm Jonathan Lee from Porton.org when we are up bright and early in Lisbon, Portugal to get a first look at the new BMW X2. Now, if you're not familiar with the X2, it's basically a coupe version of the X1, the same way that the X4 is a coupe version of the X3 and the X6 is a coupe version of the X5. So you can see it's got a sportier, more dynamic look compared to the X1. Now, like the X1, it's based on the UKL platform, so it's actually front-wheel drive instead of rear-wheel drive like on other BMWs. A few features that we want to point out: the grille is now trapezoidal. It's the first for BMW, so it gives it a more, gives a greater presence on the road. You see these headlights with hexagonal corner ring daytime running lights, and the wheels range up to 20 inches, as you can see here. The ones that we're getting are 19s. Around the side, the wheel arches are slightly squared off. BMW says this gives it a feeling of motion while still standing still. And on the top, you get this more raked, low-slung roofline to give it that sort of coupe look. There's also these BMW badges on the C-pillar that hark back to the classic BMW coupes like the 2000 CS, the 3000 CS, so on. Around the back, these L-shaped taillights, very classic BMW as well. It's quite a slim rear window, so visibility is probably not that great. The side windows are also very slim, so might feel quite claustrophobic at the back. The tailpipes are 90mm in diameter. BMW says it's actually the same size as the X6M. Now let's talk about models for a second. Unlike most other BMWs, there's no sport line or luxury line. There's just the basic model, and then you go straight to M Sport model, which comes with more aggressive front and rear bumpers and unique alloy wheels. This car that you see here is in the M Sport X trim, first for BMW. So it's like the M Sport, it's a more rugged look. You can see the front bumper, it's got this grey trim for the insert. That grey, you can also find it along the sides, around the wheel arches, as well as on the side sills. And at the rear bumper as well, you can see the rear diffuser is also grey. So it's got a more rugged look compared to the basic X2 as well as the M Sport. The one we're getting is the M Sport, not the M Sport X. There will be 4 colours available for our market. If you come on here, let's look at the interior. Sort of similar to the X1, the basic dashboard design is the same, but you do get the dashboard wrapped in Sensor Tech, which is BMW's version of faux leather, sort of like Mercedes' article leather. That's got quite nice contrasting stitching as well. The seats here are cloth and Alcantara, but the ones that we're getting are Dakota leather. You can see the infotainment system is the same as you'll find on the new 5 Series. It's got a touchscreen, it's got live information, and it's this tiled interface. It's new for BMW. This is the one that we're getting actually. It's the professional navigation system with an 8.8-inch touchscreen. Also new is this gear lever, which is actually electronic rather than regular gear lever as on the X1. So it always goes back to the same position no matter what gear you're in. So you put it in park, reverse, drive, it stays in the center position. Now this is also coming to the X1 a little bit later. Now let's look at the back. You'll see there's quite a bit of space, quite a bit of legroom. Headroom is probably a bit more of an issue with this car. The windows are quite slim. There's also a panoramic roof. Unfortunately, we're not getting that. Here's a better view at the dashboard. Again, very similar to the X1. Now let's have a look at the boot. Powered tailgate, and inside you'll find a 470 litre boot. Quite a square load bay, a bit of a high lip, but that's okay. Quite a practical car despite being a quote-unquote coupe that will come for our cars as well. Okay, let's have a look under the bonnet. Now the car you see here is the xDrive 20D. So it's a turbo diesel model. It's a 2-litre inline-4, making 190 horsepower and 400 Nm of torque. The one we're getting is the S-Drive 20i with the same sized engine. Of course, it's petrol powered. That makes 192 horsepower and 280 Nm of torque. It's the same as the X1 that we have in Malaysia, but the difference here is that this has a 7-speed dual clutch transmission instead of an 8-speed automatic. This transmission is also coming to the X1. Drive goes to the front wheels. So that's all you need to know about the new BMW X2. It's coming to Malaysia in the first quarter of 2018, so it's coming fairly soon. The price is estimated at 320,000 ringgit, which is quite a lot, considering that you can buy a X3 at around the same price. What do you think of the looks? What do you think of the styling? What do you think of the price? What do you think of the available engines? Let us know in the comment section. This is me, Jonathan Lee from Portal.org, signing off. Thanks for watching.